Welcome back to Conversations from the Heart. Today, I want to talk to you about the misconception that love alone is enough to sustain relationships. Now, don't get me wrong, love is a beautiful and essential part of relationships, but here's the truth that many of us overlooked. Love in and of itself is not the magic ingredient that ensures long-lasting and fulfilling relationships, nor love should be the primary determining factor to go into a marriage. In fact, love has got nothing to do with it. It's easy to fall in love. We've all experienced that rush of excitement, the intoxicating feeling that makes us believe that love will conquer any challenge that we will face in our relationship. But here's the catch. Falling in love is just the beginning. Sustaining a relationship, especially something like a marriage, requires so much more than just love. Otherwise, divorced couples, 50% of those people were once head over heels in love. So what happened? Most people, myself included, didn't end their marriage due to a lack of love. So I can tell you from experience, the love is not what makes a marriage successful. In fact, I'm tempted to say that love should be the last ingredient on a long list of things that are needed to make it work. Love, unfortunately, is not enough to navigate through the complexities of life. It may surprise you, but the most successful relationships aren't built on the foundation of love, but on the foundation of mutual respect, trust, communication, forgiveness, and shared values. In some cultures, compatibility of values and family dynamics are used as the measuring stick for a union, and love is something that develops over time. In our North American culture, we do it the other way. We start with the lust and the passion, which we often confuse for love, and use that as the success measure for a union and hope that the rest will develop along the way. Our success rate is 50%. While in some of those societies where a marriage is arranged based on family compatibilities and shared values, has about a 96% success rate. Keep in mind that I am not talking about a forced marriage here. In arranged marriages, families help find potential partners for individuals and propose compatibilities, but both parties must agree. In fact, in many cases, the couples are given a certain amount of time to court each other, get to know one another, to make sure that they do want to progress with the union. I'm also cautious with those statistics because I realize that maybe in many of those societies, divorce is seen as a taboo. Nonetheless, one cannot help to consider that perhaps there is something that we can learn from those. And to me, that is that we should not undermine the undeniable markers for success rather than love alone. So here is what I know. It takes a great deal of work to make a healthy relationship thrive over time. When couples marry just for love, the minute things get difficult, they want to quit. Right? When they realize that they actually have to work at it and they have to be compassionate, understanding, forgiving, helpful, patient, selfless, they say, no way, that's too much work. I did not sign for that. I thought I was just signing up for love. And that is where the disconnect sets in. So what does it take to make a relationship last beyond the initial spark of love? Respect. And respect means honoring each other's unique ways of seeing the world. It's realizing that there are many points of view and none of them are right or wrong. They're just different. You need to have trust in one another because That is the bedrock of any strong relationship, and that trust can only be built over time through repeated actions of honesty, reliability, and fidelity. Communication is the lifeline that keeps partners connected, allowing them to express their needs, their concerns, their desires openly and honestly, but more importantly, in a safe environment where they are not fearing retaliation or the withdrawal of affection. So ask yourself, how good are you in your relationship about having difficult discussions? How good are you about transparency? Do you feel safe when you bring uncomfortable situations to your partner? Successful couples exhibit a great deal of compassion for the other person, especially in those moments when they are not as lovable. They understand that they're not going to get it right all the time, and they are very good at separating the action or the behavior from the individual. In other words, they need to give each other a lot of grace. Along the way, you will have to exercise a great deal of compromise. There might be things that you may not want to do because they're not important to you, but they will need to become important because they are important to the person you love. Marriage is a dance of give and take. In my opinion, successful relationships have taken the time to communicate their boundaries clearly. Expressing and upholding the non-negotiables in your relationship can go a long way in navigating life smoother and with less resentment. I cannot stress this one enough. You can love someone all you want, but if you don't share the same values towards life, spirituality, family, children, you will have an uphill battle. When couples align in similar values towards work, relationships, and finances, it creates a foundation of the same goals and expectations. And this alignment fosters an understanding. It reduces conflict over time, and it gives them a common sense of purpose and direction. Last but not least, lasting relationships believe wholeheartedly in the institution of marriage. Couples who practice this have made a commitment to work through issues that are often put before personal needs and feelings. So my message to you is that to truly develop a long-lasting relationship, we need to go beyond the superficiality of love and sex and cultivate those deeper qualities that underpin healthy relationships. By prioritizing respect, trust, compassion, shared values, and commitment, we can create the strong foundations that our relationships need to thrive. Thank you for joining me on this video. If you know someone that can benefit from this message, please share it. And remember, the love is what gets you started, but all the things that I cover is what gives you the fuel to keep going. I'll see you on the next episode.